Welcome back to Scars Fun Playground. Diddy was sentenced to 50 months in federal prison. Let's get into the content.
Sean Diddy Combs to 4 years in prison. He was found guilty over the summer on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution in connection with his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and another woman, but was acquitted on more serious charges that could have sent him to prison for life.
4 years and 2 months. That's what he got, and Mike was there when it all came down. Mike Sisak, our AP reporter, in the courthouse with Diddy.
That's right. Yeah, our colleague Larry Neumeister is in the courtroom. Was in the courtroom as sentencing was unfolding. I was watching on a monitor from the press room so that I could give you the updates right as it was happening. And yeah, this sentencing was the culmination of a long day in court for Sean Combs and also a long day in court for everyone involved in this case. While we did not hear from the victims, the accusers, Cassie, Jane, and other folks in court today, they did write letters. They did express to the judge their interest in not seeing leniency for Sean Combs. And in the end, Judge Arun Subramanian, he found that while prosecutors were asking for too much, they wanted 11 plus years, that there needed to be a significant sentence to punish Sean Combs for crimes that involved violence, that he said involved coercion, and also for the totality of what he said was 15 years of conduct. The judge acknowledged that, yes, the jury in this case had a split verdict, that the jury convicted Combs of 2 counts of prostitution-related offenses, but acquitted him of the more serious charges, sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, those counts that could have put him in prison for the rest of his life. However, the judge said that he was sitting there in court listening to Cassie testify, listening to Jane testify, and that he had to consider the behavior and the totality of Combs' character as he sentenced him, and concluded that 4 years and 2 months, 50 months in total, was the appropriate sentence. Now, that said, Combs has been in jail since his arrest last year. He's been in jail for more than a year, so that means he could be released in about 3 years when he's 58 or 59 years old.
We think we have strong bases to appeal. The strongest basis is that the jury reached a verdict on coercion. It found there was not coercion, and I think the judge said coercion today as a basis for a sentence at least a dozen times. We think that that is unconstitutional. We think that a jury verdict should mean more than our jury's verdict seems to mean, and so we are planning to appeal.
Absolutely. Filed a cross appeal. What would happen in that regard if they filed a cross appeal, and then could Sean Diddy Combs get a higher sentence?
He would not get a higher sentence, and they're not gonna cross appeal. We're gonna appeal. We think we're right, and they'll respond to the appeal, and it'll be decided by the Second Circuit as soon as.
Tell us about the conversation you had with your client after the sentencing.
Consensual. The judge clearly thought the sexual encounters weren't consensual.
Because he's biased.
What did you make of his remarks?
He's biased.
If anyone, I'm happy to go. So we think that's just absolutely inconsistent with the jury's verdict. I mean, the jury's verdict was resoundingly clear. There was no sex trafficking. There was no racketeering. Everything was consensual. Everything was adult, which is why he was convicted only of the prostitution offense. What we feel happened today was that the judge acted as a 13th juror, one that we did not choose, and that.
Everybody seem mad these days. I don't know what's going on, but I need something I can ride to. And I think I could spare a few minutes today. Just a few. Today I look smooth, yesterday I look crazy. I move like I made it, so it seems I'm amazing. Got the big thing coming, I'm just trying to be patient. So I'm big blunt burning, unplugging from the matrix. Crawfish bars, I can't attend cause I'm away. My people know my ways, I only show up on occasions.
Diddy was sentenced to 50 months in federal prison. 4 years and 2 months. Gonna end up doing at most 2 winters and 1 summer. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Only when you have an aggravated charge are you gonna be required to do 80% of their time. Now, these 2 charges, transportation, providing transportation for prostitution, This shit is nothing, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. This shit is nothing. That man was railroaded. 2 summers, 1 winter. If you count the 14 months time served, he could be on house arrest in the next 4-5 months. If that appeal don't get him right out, huh? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But look here. Worst thing I seen about that whole Diddy shit, that was a waste of time. Yeah. Soon as they dropped the RICO, I wasn't even into it no more. Let's just be honest. But look here. 50 Cent writing a letter to that judge, man, that takes the cake, bro. What type of hoe ass nigga? Curtis, Boo Boo. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Boo Boo. From here on out, I'm calling them Boo Boo. You know what I mean? Boo Boo. What type of nigga does that, bro? That was like the lamest shit ever, bro. I've been scared for my life for 20 years. If you let him out right now, I'm thinking something might happen to me. Look, 50, bro, I'm starting to believe, and I respect you. Everything 50 doing, I definitely love to work with him on some of them shows. And they got a whole Shreveport movie studio being built right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love to work with him, but I gotta let him know, bro, you do some whole ass shit. I've never been a yes man type anyway. I can't fuck with you if I can't tell you the truth. Just how a nigga like me operate, fam. You writing a letter to that judge, like the hoest thing I've ever seen, bro. And it makes some of them stories that Irv Gotti and them was spewing seem to be true, fam. It makes some of that shit Supreme Magnificent kind of true, bro. It's like you get besides yourself, boo-boo. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. I don't like shit. I ain't got nothing against Diddy. It ain't my OG. Like Young Thug say, free the OG, man. It ain't my OG. I just go with the law, bro. I take this shit out of hip-hop. I take the feelings out the game, fam. Emotions can't exist when you're looking for the truth, fam. The truth is the man was railroaded, bro. Yeah, the man was railroaded. Everybody that participated wanted to participate. Once the RICO was dropped, I was gone, fam. 50, wherever y'all. That was like some lame ass shit, fam. Yeah, more of a little story. Fuck Diddy. Fuck him. You know what I mean? They could have gave him 20 years, 30. I wouldn't have cared. It wouldn't have made no difference to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't tap my ticker. What did get me was watching 50 Cent show itself. Yeah, watching that snake slither in my garden. You know what I mean? Shit. And drop it in the comments, 50 Cent, bro. That wasn't what it is. Yeah, I'm glad you don't rap no more, nigga. Yeah, I'm glad you ain't making no new music no more, because that shit'll suck right now. Unbelievable. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from them Blake on. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.